Natural? 51 years old?
What do you think of Tyson and Jake?
I wish he didn't do it. I wish it wasn't a thing. I wish it wasn't a thing where a 58-year-old guy was going to fight a 28-year-old. That said, that out the window.
If you're Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
If you're Mike Tyson, you know, I mean, even Paul, bro. Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like a lot of guys think he's tiny. He's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can crack.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan just exposed the biggest scam in boxing history. And yes, it's what you think. Jake Paul's fight with Mike Tyson was faker than a reality TV show. It turns out that Mike Tyson, the boxing legend who used to scare his opponents before the fight even started, was reportedly forced to lose on purpose at 58 years old. Tyson was allegedly told to go easy for some personal or sensitive reasons. Also, Jake Paul, the super hyped YouTuber, could pretend like he actually did something impressive. This fight was not real.
Larry, this was not for some charity. No. We're going to do this. And Jake Paul, they asked Jake Paul, did he take his foot off the gas? Stephen A., this is what he said. Yeah, definitely a bit. I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
And Joe, he's done being nice. He's calling out all the fake, scripted nonsense in that circus of a fight we had to watch. Mike Tyson's fans are angry, and for good reason. It's kind of sad, honestly. Everyone was so excited to see Tyson back in the ring. We really believed in the comeback. We thought, it's Mike Tyson, of course he's got this. But now we're all sitting here, disappointed, realizing how wrong we were.
Just forget that Jake Paul is a YouTube guy and watch him box. Yeah. The kid can fight, 100%. And that Tommy Fury fight really showed that. I mean, it goes to a split decision against a legit undefeated boxer.
Yeah. He doesn't, I'll tell you what, the one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
No.
He wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a if he's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
He was young. He was 20 years old at the time. He couldn't be stopped. No one had the solution. And I submit that Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that won the title against Trevor Berbick, the Mike Tyson that beat Larry Holmes, I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all.
Before I tell you what really happened, here's what Joe Rogan said, plain and simple. If this was prime Mike Tyson, Jake Paul wouldn't even make it to round 2. Remember the Marvis Frazier fight? Rogan said, that wasn't a fight, it was an execution. He shook his head, like he couldn't believe people were even questioning it. Yeah, Tyson is 58 now and not in his prime, but Rogan still wasn't impressed with Jake's chances. Tyson's still terrifying, he said. The guy's out here eating raw meat and sweating through interviews like he's training for the end of the world. And Jake? Rogan joked that he's probably somewhere pretending he's not Googling how to back out of the fight. Even with Tyson being way older, Rogan said it's like putting a lion up against a house cat. Jake might act like he's a big shot, but Tyson has crushed full-grown men. For fun, good luck with that, Rogan said.
So we had Mike Tyson in when he was 300 pounds. And he was just eating and having fun and smoking weed. He goes, I don't even work out. He goes, if I work out, it'll excite myself. It'll excite my ego. And then I don't like that person. So he just decided that he was just going to be chill Mike Tyson. And then he got this offer to fight Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. So he gets in insane shape. And the next time I see him, the second podcast we do, Mike now weighs 230 pounds.
Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the table destroyer. According to Joe Rogan, there's a dark side in Tyson's mind, and it might be wide open now. Rogan even redesigned his podcast table after having Tyson on the show. Tyson, weighing 300 pounds, was casually snacking and smoking, and it had Rogan questioning his life choices. I don't work out, Tyson had said. Why? Because working out boosts his ego, and that version of Tyson is someone no one wants to face. Fast forward to his fight with Roy Jones Jr., and suddenly he's 230 pounds of pure muscle, and Rogan's out here measuring his table to make sure he's safe.
Mike Tyson people talk to. There's certain people that are just crazy, man.
Well, these people that think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul, they're like, this shouldn't even, like, because he's too old. I was like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: he is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows, and he's also doing this very unique kind of training with electrical muscular stimulation.
The fight with Roy Jones Jr. That wasn't a real brawl, more like a light sparring session with a touch of nostalgia. Rogan's pretty sure they had a don't punch me in the head kind of gentleman's agreement. Makes sense, since Jones isn't built like Tyson, as Rogan puts it. Tyson is a whole different mass, a human wrecking ball with a dense, scary build, but this Jake Paul fight? No head punching rules this time. It's full contact, no holding back, and Tyson? He's reportedly breathing like he's ready to smash someone's face in again.
I think that he don't stand a chance against Jake Paul. They're like, this shouldn't even, like, because he's too old. I was like, I think you're crazy.
Well, they're definitely uninformed.
Oh, the audacity of some people. They actually believe Jake Paul has a chance against Mike Tyson. Really? Let's break down how ridiculous that is. First of all, yes, Tyson is 57, almost 58. But age doesn't automatically mean he's out of the game. Sure, his prime fighting days are behind him, and he's taken hits from legends like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, but comparing that level of experience to Jake Paul's internet-level boxing skills? That's just laughable.
That Jake Paul would survive against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You ever watch that fight?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mike Tyson fight, because that was Mike Tyson before he won the title. It was ABC Wire.
To put this in perspective, George Foreman was 45 when he won back the heavyweight title, knocking out Michael Morra with a punch so perfectly timed, it's still studied today, and Foreman didn't stop there. He kept fighting until he was 48, even giving Shannon the Cannon Briggs a serious challenge.
Replacement and human growth hormone and peptides.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mike Tyson, yeah, he's 57, but he got access to
everything.
Everything.
And he's also doing this very unique kind of training with electrical muscular stimulation. That I've talked to some people that do that, and it has massive benefits of rehabilitating injuries.
That was back in the day when older fighters didn't have access to today's high-tech biohacking tools, but Tyson? He's got it all. Testosterone replacement therapy, human growth hormone, peptides, you name it, it's probably in his toolkit. This isn't your typical 57-year-old struggling to climb stairs. This is a scientifically optimized machine determined to show he's still got it. And then there's the electric stimulation training Tyson's been using. That it's not some gimmick, it's a cutting-edge device that sends impulses through your body, forcing your muscles to contract while you work out. Imagine doing squats or deadlifts while a machine shocks your muscles into overdrive. The results? Faster recovery, better blood flow, and even help with old injuries. Tyson used this tech before his fight with Roy Jones Jr., and word is, he's using it again in his current training.
Tyson smashing the mitts, like, Jesus. That guy can still fuck you up.
He don't want to fight Mike.
In this world with hormone replacement and vitamins and he does all this electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff. Like when they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, like they were using state-of-the-art.
Here we go, the Logan Paul Appreciation Society. Yes, Logan Paul, the YouTuber turned wrestling daredevil, who's apparently great at launching himself off ropes like he's trying out for a Fast and Furious movie. Wild stuff. And Jake Paul? We're all supposed to just forget he's a YouTuber and be amazed by his boxing skills. Sure, he went the distance with Tommy Fury and only lost by split decision. Impressive? Maybe. Groundbreaking? Not really.
Fucking bobbing and weaving. He's going to have a recognition. Yeah. He's going to look over and go, oh my God, that's really Mike Tyson. Yeah. Like, look at this.
Oh yeah. Fuck that.
Dude, I'm talking, it's still at 55. And at 55, the power is the last thing to go. But the thing is, the speed is still there. Yeah. He's fucking terrible.
Let's talk about the Mike Tyson Fantasy League. Jake Paul stands across the ring, staring at Mike Tyson, because nothing says great idea like putting a 20-something influencer in the same ring as a man who could still break a rib at 55. Tyson, with his high-tech science, hormone therapy, and enough electrical muscle stimulation to power a small city, is seriously scary. But hey, everyone loves a good mismatch, right? Then there's Roy Jones Jr., who fought Tyson while mostly trying not to get hit in the face. Smart move, honestly, and yet, Roy still found time to box Anthony Pettis at 54. Because who doesn't want to watch an aging legend test himself against someone with way less experience? Despite a surprising split decision loss, Roy still loves the grind. It's nostalgia mixed with some questionable choices.
Mike Tyson. And then he got this offer to fight Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
So he gets in insane shape. And the next time I see him, the second podcast we do, Mike now weighs 230.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he talked about his second meeting with Mike Tyson. In the middle of all that chaos, Jake Paul's name came up, and it was a big contrast to their first meeting. The first time, Tyson was calm, just trying to stay cool and not wake his inner beast. But when he got the call to fight Roy Jones Jr., the change was huge, like something biblical. Suddenly, Tyson was back in fight mode, scaring everyone around him, including Rogan. Even the table's size was carefully measured to keep a safe distance from the legend.
Kevin Hart said it best. He goes, it's like being in a room with a lion. Like, even if the lion is like...
Jamie Foxx's little joke is like someone let a pit bull let loose in the room. They don't know whose it is.
And then Jamie's got to play him in a movie, which has got to be terrifying. Like, don't...
Alright, here's where it gets crazy. After Tyson's fight with Jones, Rogan couldn't stop comparing it to the rise of you-know-who, Jake Paul. Jake Paul calls himself a boxer, Rogan said, practically rolling his eyes. Can you even imagine Jake stepping into the ring with someone like Tyson? Forget a table, you'd need a moat around you, and don't forget Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx's warnings about being near Tyson. Jamie Foxx once joked it's like someone letting a bull loose and not telling you where it is. Rogan agreed 100%. You don't poke the bear or the lion or whatever top predator Tyson is that day. Then Rogan dropped the truth bomb. Jake Paul is no Tyson. Not even close. He admitted Jake's got hustle, but stepping into the ring with Tyson, legend or not, is a one-way ticket to the ER. I hope Jake's ego can take a punch, Rogan said, because his face definitely can't take Tyson's.
That Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul's dead. He's dead.
Jake Paul a real boxer? Well, yes, if your idea of real means knocking out retired fighters and taking on athletes who also fight on the side. If you ignore his YouTube background and influencer image, and just watch him fight, he looks okay. Not wild, not horrible, just someone who knows how to throw punches without falling down. If he wasn't Jake Paul the YouTuber, maybe some would call him the future of boxing. Or maybe not. Now, about this Mike Tyson thing. Jake's apparently willing to fight Tyson. Yes, Mike Tyson, who at 57 still has an aura that could probably scare Jake into shadowboxing. Bold move, right? But here's the catch. Tyson might not be the unstoppable human wrecking machine he once was. Let's be honest. When Tyson knocked out Marvis Frazier in 30 seconds, Marvis didn't just lose a fight, he basically attended his own career's funeral.